It's like that time I went to Berghain and then this man told me he was going to stop me.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'd say he'd been there since the Friday morning when it opened, and this was on a Sunday night. And
So you got into Berghain, did you?
Can you believe it?
Tell us everything. Tell us everything.
Hello and welcome to Vogue and Amber, the podcast. We are coming to you live. We're both in Dublin, Ireland, where the sun is splitting the stones. How do you say that in Irish, Amber? I've forgotten.
I can say it maybe in French.
No. Oh my God.
Ta on green.
Tana grain exquil. No.
Squilch.
Amber, shut up.
So we've had a bit of technical issues here.
I told you not to mention that. That's boring. Ta on green. Yeah, Amber, sorry. Ta on green exquilcha Nicaragua.
Oh my God, fair play. Why can't I talk? So basically we had issues because...
No, Amber, I said
a banana got crushed in my bag and it's gone crushed into one of the ports. I don't even like bananas.
Stop eating them. You don't like them. Do you remember when you'd be in school and your yogurt would burst? You'd be like, no.
I used to hate in school because I used to always get like milk in school. And one year you get the plain milk, but there was it'd be like hot milk. And then you'd be like, you get notions. You'd be like, oh, do you know what? I'll go with strawberry milk, which was so disgusting when it got warm.
We used to go and we had a box of milk. God knows why they were doing this thing. Maybe that's why I love milk so much. I used to also, we had this teacher in our primary school. I must have only been about 6 because it was the first primary school, Amber. And she used to give us one flump, like, you know, those mini marshmallows, but like the penny sweets. So they'd be tiny. And I would savor that. I would honestly,
like
just suck it. I would be there for an hour with just marshmallow on my hand.
Mo, in our class, we had like a pair of knickers down the back of the class for whoever pissed themselves.
Amber, Amber saved that for.
I had to wear them a few times. Yeah.
Amber, Jesus Christ. The divorce really upset Amber. I never had to wear the knickers. I was thrilled because I knew I was getting double of everything.
It was like a treat. Fresh pair of knicks through the day.
Oh no.
Listen.
Oh, fair play to teachers, honestly.
I didn't poo-poo myself. A wee wasn't too bad.
Amber, you're in primary school. Like, not many people in primary school shit their pants. Jesus,
well, it wasn't me.
Christ.
But don't say that to Imo, that's mean.
I never did it in primary school. I was an adult.
Okay.
I don't know what's worse.
Okay, well, you said it, not me. So.
I remember in year 3, there was a boy that pooed himself in class.
What age are kids in year 3?
Year 3, 5 to like 6, 7, I want to say.
6,
7. And yeah, he was sat opposite me and he pooed himself.
Like, why? Because he was just holding it in, like pulling a Finch.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you know when you have like, obviously when you have kids, you wouldn't know this if you don't have kids, basically. But if you have kids, and eventually, like, you know, they obviously poo in their nappies. Eventually, they start getting shy about it, and so they'll try and hide, and they'll like hide behind couches and stuff, so they can do their poo in peace.
There's a whole TikTok edit of that of kids pooing.
That's what I mean. Like, people are like, what would you not post? I'm like, things that would embarrass my children. Like, I wouldn't post them throwing a wobbler or like pooing. Like, you shouldn't do that. Would you like a picture of you on the internet pooing? No.
Oh no.
There was big news in our house this week.
Oh.
T, now people will find this unusual because T is 8 in September. He lost his first tooth, and I mean, I don't know who was more excited, me or him. It was the most exciting Monday evening I've had in quite some time, because he kept coming over to me with it, and I was like, oh, because it was like half out, and then whatever way he twisted it, it was twisted down, and he couldn't get it back. I was like, whoa.
No, I think we Googled it in work, because I was telling people in work, and they were absolutely bowled over. They're like, what? 6, I think, is the average age, which I even thought was quite old.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, sorry, he's obviously brushing his teeth quite well. I took him to the dentist a couple of times because I was like, is this normal?
It's normal, but you can see all of his big teeth when he smiles because his
know.
teeth are so small. But we probably lost all our teeth because we ate so many sweets.
Amber, that's not how I lost my teeth. I'm deeply traumatized from when I lost my teeth because of what happened.
Here we go.
Well, I'm sorry, Amber. It was a very traumatizing experience. Emma, have I not told you? Have I said this on the
No.
pod?
Now let's see if she recollects this correctly, Emma.
So like you've got a chair that you sit down on, and like if it's an outdoor chair, you've got one leg, and it's two legs, so it loops around. It's like a U shape. I was using one of the legs that had broken off a chair, and I was using it as a Zimmer frame, pretending I couldn't walk. So I went over. That's how Amber pissed herself. I pretended I was hurt all the time.
Give me attention. Give me attention.
Do you remember that time I had crutches and everything? Amber, it's nothing wrong with me. Do you remember that?
We did that in school. Susan did that. We were late to school one morning and I was like, I have a pair of crutches in the boot. So we pretended that she needed extra help getting up the driveway to school. That's why we were late.
You were in secondary school then.
But she had to keep... Yeah, we were like 17, 18. But then she had to stay on the crutches for 2 or 3 days.
Crutches are exhausting if you have to be on them. No, but anyway, I was using the Zimmer frame and then I went to go into the garden shed and there was a step and I missed the step and then the bar came back and hit me in the face. And I think I lost 4 on top and 4 on the bottom and my mouth was just really black and swollen. I had to go to the dentist to get some of them taken out then. And I remember being in the supermarket and like people just like...
I thought it was because I was chasing you in the back garden or that was out in Spain.
Oh, no. That's when I knew you were a lesbian. That was my big tooth when I had my big teeth and Amber was chasing me around the pool telling me she was going to give me mouth to mouth and the threat was so real.
You got to practice CPR. You never know when you'll need it, Emma, especially on holidays in Spain.
Legged it and then I broke half my front tooth, which was my big tooth, and I remember going upstairs and putting on Cartoon Network and crying.
Oh my God, you remember Cartoon Network?
Yeah, that was a great...
I used to love the Rugrats.
Channels. Do you remember the Rugrats, Emma? Are you too young for that?
Oh no, we had the Rugrats.
And Hey Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Hey Arnold with his big
Amber,
head.
you're so like Helga Pataki.
So what other news have you got for your week? So TT lost his tooth.
Amber, we're desperate to know what you've been up to because you don't have the words to talk.
I do actually. Thank you very much. A banana got crushed in my bag. It's creating havoc with AV. No, I actually was hosting a table quiz last night it was fundraising for the Pink Ladies Hockey Club, which is a gay hockey club for girls. I don't know. I wouldn't be asking that type of stuff.
That's the first thing I ask about everything. I'm like, how much was that?
I'll follow up today, but I was very anxious before it was happening, Imo. And I texted Vogue. I was like, oh Jesus, I'm feeling really anxious. You know the way you're looking for a bit of just moral support. Her response. Do you know her response? You'll be grand.
I was at my own event, thank you.
You'll be grand.
Well, were you grand? Was I right?
I was grand. I made some jokes. I was like, and tonight I'll be scoring you. You won't be scoring me. You know, points because I was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, we know.
And I'm going back next week for the final. So have a group rehearsal of a group dance. So hopefully there's not too much heat on me.
Don't you worry about that now. You go and you hold your head up high, okay? Doesn't matter what everyone else is saying.
Fuck it, I'll find those crutches. I'll find those crutches so I get a free pass. We obviously went, I didn't finish what I was saying about the, so when I was going over, I found this very funny. Well, it made me laugh quite a lot. When I was going over to the Brits on Saturday morning, me and Leah had a little disagreement on the Friday evening. And I was just like, just texting you just in case the plane goes down, love you lots or whatever, you know what I mean? She was being a little bit stubborn. And she was just like, hope you endure terrible turbulence. Then she said, if you've ordered any food, I hope you get food poisoning. She said there was a Ryanair flight recently that was millimeters away from a collision with another plane. Hope it's the same. Hope it's the same pilot. And then she was like, Jesus, you're only going to Manchester. No hope of a collision. So, and then I was like, be nice. And she was like, it was nice knowing you. And then she's like, do you know what? Ring me when you land, if you land.
Amber, actually, you need to do a clear out because if something like that does happen to you, I'm not dealing with that.
It was a joke. And now I'm going to throw her under the bus. On Sunday, she had gone out on Saturday night.
I tend to agree with Leah a lot of the time. Just so Amber will ring me about something and I'm like, no, Leah's right.
Fuck off. Basically, on Sunday, she had been out on the Saturday night. So she had a nap.
Leah is Amber's girlfriend. Sorry, we're getting to know her, Amber, because you're only now unleashing Leah. Like it was very hidden and cloak and dagger.
Listen, she might be hidden back away, okay? She's on thin ice at the moment. But basically, I was planning on having a nap after Manchester because Vogue woke me up obviously at like 6:30 or something like that. But I got home and then I started watching. I finished that one Under the Salt Marsh, very good. I also finished The Beast in Me. Wow. Unbelievable. So scary. The last 3 episodes were very, very wow. I can't believe it. But anyway, I was going to go for a nap on Sunday. She went for a nap. Do you know how long her nap was?
How long?
4.5 hours.
That's a sleep.
I was like, that's nearly a full night's sleep for some people. 4.5 hours. I said, that is not humanly possible to have a nap for 4. And then off she went to bed at 9 o'clock that night. No problem.
Some people are just, Joanne's like that as well. Joanne can just sleep.
No.
Now I fell asleep yesterday. Even I was like, literally, I got into bed yesterday. I had an hour before I was getting my hair and makeup done for yesterday night and for yesterday night. And I fell asleep by accident. And I only knew when I went to look at my aura at the end of the day. I was like, oh Jesus, there's a 22 nap in there. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, Vogue, that's when you know you're old. You don't even realize you've had a nap.
Oh, it was lovely. I love those naps because you're just like, because you're not under any pressure to nap. So you're just like, oh.
They do tell you not to nap for more than 15 minutes.
I was at the EY Young Entrepreneur of the Year Women's Forum last night. I was talking at it. And you only kind of feel like a fish out of water. Like before I went, I was like, here's all these like mad, like CEOs, hugely incredible, successful women. And I had the best time. Like listening to people like that is like, I just want to be in a room with them all the time. It's so inspiring. And just to see how well, like, because women, there's a lot, like, it's for women and men, but they just decided to do a women's forum dinner last night because International Women's Day is coming up and all that kind of stuff. But it's such an amazing program. Have you ever heard of it, Imo?
No.
My God, it's been going 29 years and they'll pick like 24 people and then there's an ultimate winner of the Entrepreneur of the Year and like amazing people have won it in the past, but they get to like spend time with all these hugely successful business owners and like they all like kind of swap stories and like swap tips. And the CEO of Enterprise Ireland, Jenny Melia, was talking and she looked like she'd be quiet. And she was so funny and so brilliant and like just has this massive job. And she was explaining how she got it. Like, you know, the way you go for job interviews, obviously she was like, I was going to that job interview like I had the job. And she was like I just kind of immersed herself into trying to get the job. Like, I think I'd be so frightened if I had to go for a job interview. Like when was the last time I did that? I tell you when I worked on that building site. I actually lied through my teeth and got the job.
I thought you were going to say when you worked in the Summit shop.
I didn't need. Mom got me that job. Mom went up and got me the job.
I was a gardener.
You wouldn't mind doing a few, like you could do some deadheading out there if you were arsed. Jesus Christ.
Out in the garden? No,
not out in the garden.
My gardening days are done, Vogue. It's a very small garden.
What is the garden out here?
I only like to do big gardens where I get to ride a tractor.
Okay. Will I tell you about the weird thing that happened to me this week?
Okay.
Sometimes people will send me mail and it will say Vogue Hoth and it gets to me, which is thank you to the postman, but I also don't really want
It's a postwoman we have. It's a postwoman.
Do we have a postwoman?
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Well, I like her. But anyway, so a letter arrived from, like, I had worked for a company So this person was obviously very disgruntled about a customer service inquiry that he had from a company that he stated in his 2-page letter that he loved and used often and was still using to this day. But something had happened that had really pissed him off. A delivery had gone wrong and it hadn't delivered on the right date. And then he had to change his plans. And then it eventually got delivered, but it had been the wrong date. And the original date that he said, and they said it wasn't, it was, and blah, 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 blah. And then he said, so I wanted some basically something back for being put out. So I went into the shop to buy more stuff because I love the shop, basically. And he's like, and they only offered me €150 off. And I'm thinking, €150, they only put you out by a week. So €150 off. And he was so pissed off about only getting €150 off. He had seen that I had worked for the company, so decided to send me a 2-page letter explaining the entire story and telling me that I should make sure heads roll. And I'm like,
knock heads together in your capacity as a brand ambassador.
I was like, what the hell? And like, when I read the letter, I'm like, has he read what he's written down? Like, this looks like good customer service.
It was a typed letter.
I just found it so bizarre. And like, €150 off is, I've actually had 2 really good customer service things this week. But you know that Bowden, mini Bowden, they do kids clothes, and Bowden they do adults clothes. So I'd ordered shorts and also shorts, and I thought they were girls' shorts, but I wasn't sure, so I ordered them anyway. And they arrived, and they were obviously just a little bit girly. I would have kept them if they were, but they were too girly. So I sent them back anyway. And then I get an email off the company like a week later. And they were like, did you send back these shorts? Because there are 3 pairs of Umbro football shorts in with the package. And I was like, oh my God, because I was meant to send T's football shorts back to get a smaller size. Now it sounds like I can't order anything right. And no, I can't. And they were like, oh, do you want us to send them back? And they sent them back to me. And I just thought, you could have just binged them and said nothing, and I'd never have known. But you actually got an email, and then you paid out of your own pocket to send the clothes back to me. And I just thought, that is I said, your customer service is second to none.
Oh, well, listen, some places are dire. Vogue, you should be the new Joe Duffy. So Joe Duffy is like this person. He's retired, actually.
Does he not do the radio anymore?
He's retired last year, and he's basically, he's like an airing platform for people, who are pissed off. Like everyday issues.
Your man with the letter wanted to go on live line.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck.
One thing I do have to say, and I know I said it the other day, but the weather, now it was pissing rain yesterday, but we are getting some proper decent days. Like the sun is out there splitting the stones, as they say. What is it? Squilchock. January was long. February was wet. And March is cold, but it's sunny. I don't care about the cold if it's sunny. The sun is just... honestly, I was having a little think to myself as I was walking up the stairs with my coffee. It makes me so happy.
Well, you wouldn't know it the way you're storming around the house today.
When Vogue's up, Vogue's one of those people, when Vogue's up, everyone's up. That's just the way it goes.
Sorry, how was I in any way loud? I walked down the stairs very quietly. I wasn't listening to my music, which I usually do.
It's I don't know, it's the weight of your big floppy feet.
Your feet are bigger than mine. Right.
This is true.
Yeah.
So, and Vogue, you've got your Grand Marshal duties coming up.
Yeah, so I'm going home to London today, and then I'm back in Ireland on Monday for something else, and then I'm back the following week. So I'm getting 3 whole weeks back in Ireland, which just brings me a great amount of joy. I love being back here. It's so relaxing and nice and just chill vibes. I think in London, when we move into our own house, which we're starting our build soon, which is terrifying and exciting in equal measure. So we're going to be starting that in the next 2 weeks. And I just like, you know, when you just want to be in your own house, like I just want to be in my own home, and just like, it's going to be like our dream home for like spending most of our time in. And I'll be as happy as I am when I'm in Howth when we have that.
Yeah, fair enough. There's nothing, I wouldn't like to not have all of my bits and bobs. That would drive me up the wall.
What do you think of this, listeners and you guys, right? You move out of somewhere. How long before people should start sending your mail back?
A grace period.
Yeah.
I would say 2 months.
I would say longer. I would think that you should just like, because we get some people's mail to our rental house that we're in from somebody that was renting it, not the owners, but the previous people before that. And like, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me. Some people are annoyed by that.
Emma, what about you? Because Emma, you moved in the last year. You moved in the last 6 months.
Yeah, we still get mail for the landlords. We get mail for people who've lived there before that. But like, we don't know where our landlords lived there before us, but we don't know what their address is, so we can't like forward it on. And they moved abroad, so we have no forwarding address. So we just return to sender, stick it back in the post box. Yeah,
you don't keep it for them?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's how you do it. You just put return to sender and just shove it in the post box.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. Did you just write it on it and just chuck it in?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
I was watching something the other night and I had to turn it off because it was making me terribly sad. Have you ever watched that movie Empire of the Sun with Christian Bale and he's a little kid in it?
Oh, that's desperate. No, I wouldn't watch that.
Oh, I was very anxious going to sleep.
I want to watch The Basketball Diaries. Someone was talking to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
John, my friend, was like that we had a big party, and when I was with my ex, he was friends with him as well, and he was like, I asked you guys for like a DVD so I could just chill on the couch for the day, and supposed we gave him The Basketball Diaries, and he was like, it was the worst thing in the world to watch when you're just like feeling like shite for the day. It's Leonardo DiCaprio. Have you seen it? It's an amazing movie, and basically he gets into drugs and stuff like that, but it is a really incredible movie. He's done some epic stuff, like even when he was really young, like What's Eating Gilbert Grape. He is an amazing actor.
There's what about the other one where it's the kids and they accidentally kill your man who has the hot dog stand and they end up in prison and they get abused. That's another harrowing movie. Do you know that one I'm talking about?
Geez.
And then, but anyway, so I watched that. I had to turn it off because I genuinely, my whole body was just like really, really tense. I was like, I actually can't continue watching this. And then my last thing, I was asking people in work about this. So we've talked about this before. How often do you wash your towels? Because Leah expects towels to be washed after one use. I think that's ridiculous. But I was starting to feel a bit dirty in work because people are saying like 2 to 3 washes.
Oh, yeah. But now I share Amber, how often are you washing your towels? Be honest here.
3 to 4 uses, I would say.
Oh no, I'd say 2 to 3 max. Imo?
15.
Emma's like weekly.
Imo, come on, be worse than me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not cleaning them. I'm not swapping it out more than weekly.
I don't think like you're getting out of the shower so you're not dirty. My thing is because Spenny and I basically use the same towel. Like we've 2 towels, and so I know. So we wash them every 2 days. Listen, I've tried to have my own towels. He just has no respect for me. So he won't let me have my own towel. I see him wandering around and I'm like, remember what I said about the colours?
Oh no lads, because I'm telling you, I googled it in the end and you're not all that clean when you get out of the shower. I hate to break it to you.
What?
Yeah. So you should.
So how often does it say?
Oh, where is it gone? Hold on.
I do mine every 2 days. I've no shame here. I'm fine. But I am sharing with Spen, so that's kind of every 4 days.
Most experts, so mine is right. Most experts recommend washing your bath towel every 3 to 4 uses. Here's why. Towels, there's a number of kind of varying factors. So towels stay damp for hours, which allows bacteria and mildew to grow. Even if you're clean after showering, towels collect dead skin cells and moisture. If they don't fully dry between uses, they can start to smell or feel musty.
Oh God. Well, obviously.
So wash sooner after 1 to 2 uses if the towel doesn't dry properly. If you live in a humid environment, you've been sick, you have sensitive or acne prone skin, though you'll have to do that, or the towel smells at all. And then you can stretch. Okay, Imo, this is more in your vicinity.
Yes.
You can stretch to 4 to 5 uses if it dries completely between showers, it's hung spread out, not folded, and your bathroom is well ventilated. Well, that's me, to be honest with you. My towel is bone dry every time I use it.
There was me too. I'd hate to dry myself with a damn towel. There was this comedian and she was talking about how she grew up poor and she ended up going to these people's houses when she was older for a swim in their pool. And like, so she brought her towel. And they were like, why'd you bring a towel? And she's like, well, I just thought people brought their towels. And anyway, they gave her a towel and she said she was really shocked because the towel was soft. She just thought all towels were just really hard and scratchy. You know, and you've washed them so many times. They're so old. I quite like a hard and scratchy-ish towel because I feel like it really, like, it gets all your, like, it kind of exfoliates and dries.
But no, I think it's if you tumble dry your towel, it's going to be soft.
And suppose if you chuck a bit of vinegar in the wash, it gets rid of all odors. So Amber, when you do your sheets next, pop a bit of in there.
Smushed banana on my bloody sheets now.
Oh God! I was talking to somebody at Lorraine, my friend Paul, in there, and I was like, he took out a banana, and I was like, he kind of made a face, and I was like, do you like that banana? And he was like, not really, but like it's full of really good stuff. And I was like, so you're just eating the banana and you don't like it? And he goes, no, I don't really like.
I'm the same
with Amber.
Apparently, potassium is very good as well if you're hungover. So come here.
Why are you hungover, Amber?
A touch. I was home in bed at 12 o'clock and then I was in such pain with my shoulder. I had to go to sleep. I was nearly crying. Okay, so these are other household things, right? So how often you should be cleaning your bed sheets? Once a week. I do that. Your microwave weekly. That thing has not seen a clean probably in a year.
Nobody. That's like the makeup brushes.
But you know, oh fuck off, folk. I got that thing. I do my makeup brushes now.
No, I'm talking about my own makeup brushes. Mine are bad at the moment. Like I need.
Do you know what's a really difficult one though as well? Do you know with your washing machine? You probably don't have it, Vogue. But like in the washing machine, and I tried to do a bit of a clean, the drawers get really grimy and dirty.
You did a clean. I did a clean of that actually because it was so dirty.
I did too. Another thing, your remote control.
Never washed it since
your zapper for the TV weekly. Doorknobs weekly.
Who has time to do this, please?
Pillows once every 2 weeks. What's that mean? The actual fucking full-on pillows?
No.
How do you wash a pillow properly if it's made of feathers?
You don't.
You'd have to go to one of those big washing machines. They have them in petrol stations over here.
Do you not remember I had to wash one when we were in Spain and Otto puked on it?
They
and
take ages to dry.
No, it would not dry. I wouldn't be washing any duck feather pillows.
My friend Vicky said that she drops her duvet and her mattress topper and her pillows into, I was going to say the laundromat.
The laundromat.
I don't know what you call it. The dry cleaners once a year. Now, she said it's about like 150 quid. Like it's expensive, but like she does that once a year, which is fair enough.
How often are you washing your coats as well? Because I had this coat and I was like, I think I got really, okay, fine. I think I slept in it one night because I was a bit. I think it was, remember that night, whose birthday was it? And I basically fell asleep. We fell asleep in your room and Alzo and Alice. I woke up and the three of us were in the bed.
I was like, this is not a vibe.
And I was in my coat. So anyway, I thought the coat needed a wash. Never again. 35 quid to wash a coat. I thought I'll risk it next time.
Oh, it's like puffer jackets. Puffer jackets are tough to do too. So your shower head you're supposed to do once every 2 weeks. Jesus. Okay. That is not happening for me. The washing machine, literally, oh my God, once every 2 weeks.
This feels like shaming. I don't want to do this anymore.
Your oven, once every 3 weeks. I want a steamer to do the oven. Light bulbs. Washing your fucking light bulbs.
Buy your own fucking steamer. She's basically just asked.
Did you just call me a steamer? Light bulbs. You're supposed to fucking your light bulbs every 3 weeks.
Stupid. This is
and
stupid.
Your curtains, your curtains.
The curtains, yeah.
Once every 6 months. So there you have it, guys. I am an absolute filth bag going by that list.
Do you know what I do? I have dreams and hopes. Like I'm back in Ireland now and I have this amazing organizer girl who comes and does some stuff for me. She's going to do some bits like the kids' toys and all that. Everything's just kind of gotten overwhelmed. But like I'd love to get like a professional like deep cleaner in to do the whole house and like spend like a week here. Like it's never going to happen. But like wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
She'd end up spending 2 days in Amber's room alone.
Piss off. I do keep my room clean.
You're a dirty girl.
I'm not.
I was AI'd out of my mind this week. They got me good. Will I tell you?
Okay, go.
I was watching this video and I was like, deeply shocked because in a supermarket, right? They showed a video of what looks like a human leg.
You fucking dumbass. Oh my God.
In the butchers. And I was like, oh my God, the meat section has a human leg. Anyway, the whole supermarket was shut down. Everybody was removed. And the owner of the supermarket was questioned. Turns out his wife had been cheating on him. And what he did was he had her locked in the back and he cut off her leg. And she was alive, but and he basically had put her leg out to sell at the meat counter. And a man had seen it and called the whole thing. And then I was telling Pete about the story and he was like, Vogue, that's AI. Why? I get it when it's like the tigers at the safari coming into the car. I understand that's not
but
real.
The dangerous thing about AI is, and I'm not shaming, I'm not being ageist or anything here, but it's older people that are on Instagram and stuff like that, and them being duped by stuff
me.
and sharing. Older than you, but honestly, I mean it, and them sharing it, and them being kind of like influenced by it. It's really fucking dangerous.
Do you know Boy George? I was on Lorraine this week, and one of the things we were talking about was the fact that Boy George had said on the Fern Cotton podcast, and I love Boy George. I kind of love that he doesn't really give a shit, and he's really honest. And I remember we interviewed him for Never Live It Down. He was, God, I have feelings of getting that pod back up and going. But anyway, we've got 2 pods here that we have to listen to. But anyway, so he said that he uses AI to help him write lyrics. And that, like, he was like, I've written like 5 albums using it. And I'm like, and he's trying to train his GPT, chatbot to try and like think like him and write like him. And I just feel like it's kind of like, Amber, you sometimes use it to respond to messages and stuff.
Yes, and there's nothing
calling her out.
You bitch. I got in trouble for using one for Valentine's Day, and I've promised never to do that again.
It's so obvious.
But no, I'm going to get this. I'll share this song with you. I've just asked a guy I work with. He shared this song in one of our meetings. So we have full agency meetings twice a week. And it was an AI generated piece of music. And it was a fucking banger. Like a total banger. It was like a rap. Oh my God, it's so, so good. I need him to send it to me and I'll share it with you guys because it is an absolute tune and a half. But that's what's happening. People are setting up. What people are doing is they're generating AI music, and people do like AI generated music. But then what they're doing is they're setting up loads of different Spotify accounts so they go and listen to the AI music. So they're making money from it.
Yeah, on TikTok I heard this like gospel version of the thong song that was AI generated, and it's so good.
Oh my God, what happened to Cisco? Is Cisco married to Ashanti? No, that's Nelly.
Nelly.
Oh, I love his tunes.
If you don't embrace AI, you're going to be left behind.
I know, you can kind of embrace it. And sometimes I do use a ChatGPT to ask stuff like if there's cocaine in the
Shaming
toilets
me.
of churches. Well, Amber, no, I feel like certain things, like if you're writing like an Instagram caption or something like that, like you need to, like, I just feel like certain things need to be personal and from you.
I use fucking emojis for my captions.
You spent, oh God, I've never known someone to mull over an Instagram post for so long. Well, Spenny sometimes does it and I can't actually bear it.
Vogue, Spenny spends days, if not weeks, crafting his fucking copy. I'm shit at posting. That's the tune there. I sent it to you both in the chat. It's an absolute banger.
I don't claim my crown, I just guard my skin. You're too loud, so I like it within. Anger in my chest, but I breathe it slow.
It's a tune.
We don't hate it. We don't hate it.
Yeah.
Did you see Kano and Fred again in London? I sent it to Alzo and I was like, what the hell is wrong with you, Alzo? I was like, why did you not tell us about this gig? I was like, I miss stuff like this, but you shouldn't allow us to miss it. And I was like, sending them all these videos of Solomon and stuff. And I was like, I want this to be a music year. I just want to go to loads of gigs. I just wish they'd do matinees. They're too late.
Folk, that's called a rollover.
I don't want to go to a rollover because I won't be rolling over. I'll just be going, and I don't like seeing people.
There are
when
places
they're
in
like-
London that do that they start
I know,
during the day.
the
and
egg.
Ooh, no, not for me. Ooh.
Sorry, it's like that time I went to Berghain, and then this man told me he was going to stop me.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'd say he'd been there since the Friday morning when it opened, and this was on a Sunday night. And
So
that
you got
man-
into Berghain, did you?
Can you believe it? The
Tell us
state of me.
everything. Tell us everything.
Well, I got in, and we all queued up, and I got in, and my boyfriend at the time got in too. And we went in for a little while, but it was like really rammed and full. And I think because we went on the Sunday night, like people had obviously been there up since the Friday morning. So like they were out of their minds. And it was kind of, I wasn't drunk enough. Like, and I was too aware of how fucked up people were. And it was kind of, it was kind of a bit scary. But anyway, I was like trying to embrace it because I was I was in Berghain. I probably was never going to go again. And then this man kept eyeballing me, and then I was dancing beside him, but like I had banged into him or something. And he basically told me he was going to stab me. And I was like, I said, no, it wasn't Sven. I was like, oh my God, I think we have to go. I'm really scared. And he kept looking at me from across like the dance floor then. And I was like, no, I think he might. I think we should go. So it was short-lived.
Did they take your phone, or they just put a sticker on the camera?
This is going back like this must be 15 years ago.
Oh, Nokia 5510 days, like.
Yeah, it wasn't like you're not. Yeah, it would have been about. It is incredible what they've done with that place. Like it's mad. I'd love to see it like during the week. I'd say it reeks.
I feel like it's got gay man sauna vibes.
There is a gay floor.
Well, that's where we would be, Emma. Well, Emma would be torn between a couple of floors. She'd be like, Vogue, I'll be down in a minute. Amber, I'm coming back up and shit down here. You greedy bitch.
Okay, let's do some sister cards. You ready?
Okay.
Let's keep them snappy. Listeners, can I ask you, what do you think of the sister cards?
No, we're not doing this. We're not putting it to the vote. Sister cards are staying. We've already lost faking it.
We could put sister cards in the bonus and make it a bit more gamey.
Yeah, listeners, let us know. We absolutely love
Gamey.
Oh, we have to do, by the way, the agony am that we were sent in. If you could have an unlimited supply of anything for the rest of your life, what would it be? I was about to say money. You can't say money or food.
Fuel.
Oh, fuel is a good one. Let's all have fuel, will we?
Happiness.
Yeah, happiness is a good one. Happiness is the most important thing in the world.
Okay, soppy. I'm going to make some money while you fuckers are off there. I'll be happy.
If you were a boxer, what would your entrance song be? Amber, yours would obviously be that AI one. Mine would be...
I was a boxer. I did white collar boxing, but then I got disqualified because I did three 360s. And my song was, I came out to, oh my God, Maniac.
She walked across the dance floor that night. She was dressed to kill.
Yeah.
She was a sexy lady. That's a really big song in Ireland. Mine would probably be, well, at the moment, because I saw Kano and Fred again, only on my Instagram, sadly. Kano and Gigs, 3 Wheels Up.
I don't know what that is.
Banger. Imo? Pitbull.
Oh yeah, a bit of Pitbull. Hotel, motel, holiday inn.
And Emma be throwing the shapes walking in. Okay.
What 3 celebs would you invite in your talk show?
Oh God. You know, I'm not going to think you on the spot.
Oh.
Shit. Who do I love, Emo?
People who would have an interesting story to tell.
Well, I would be selfish and I'd want to invite celebrities that I could obviously befriend.
Right, yeah, that would work.
Sarah Paulson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who else?
So you've got an actress. What about a music person?
I was going to say Dua Lipa, but...
What about Hilary Whitehall? You loved her.
No, we're already friends.
She told me you're a bitch.
I feel the same.
Okay, I would like Irish. God, what's his name? Andrew Scott. He's good crack. He's a nice guy. He's very talented, and he would chat.
Emo, who
don't
else
want a non-chat? Sharon Horgan.
Who else? Yes, love Sharon. Who else have we been obsessed with recently, Imo? Come on. Oh, maybe you're one from... Oh, is she that interesting, though?
I'll have Andrew Scott, Sharon Horgan, and...
Rosalia.
No, maybe I'll have Barack Obama or something like that.
Okay, I did terrible at this. It was always going to be the way. Sarah Paulson is all I got, okay? Sarah Paulson, Michelle Pfeiffer, or Sharon Stone, or Demi Moore. No.
What's something you've done you don't think a lot of other people have done?
Smushed a banana in me bag.
I would say, I don't know, I skydive.
Oh, well,
Have you done one?
I don't want to do one. I don't want to do one.
Exactly. So shut your mouth. How about you shut your mouth?
I'm trying to think of anything I've done in terms of injuries and stuff like that people haven't done. Oh, something I've done that not many other people have done. I've been on a dancing show.
Oh, God. Okay. If you could teleport somewhere right now, where would you go? Well, London, because that's where I'm going, and I'd like to cut out all this faff that I'm going to have to do.
Teleport somewhere and then come back?
Yeah, maybe I'd teleport back to 1999 and I'd say, hey, Poppy, please stop smoking, Poppy. Poppy, no smoking.
And he would say, fuck off, you shit pot. I would teleport off to see Leah.
Oh, that's a good one. Emma?
I would go to Australia because it's sunny there.
Why don't we go to Australia for breakfast? They do the best breakfast and get a coffee.
They have a strong
and then we get a coffee
game
for the way back.
Yes. Their food. Oh God, their food is actually really good over there. Okay. You just pick 3 things to instantly become an expert in. Well, you know what I'm
Tech.
going to say. Well, I'm going to say an expert in
tech,
stock
business,
markets and all that finance bits. And then
finance.
Then be a finance bro. What? No, definitely.
Oh no,
not a finance bro.
skincare. I'd love to be an expert in skincare.
I would also like to be an expert in, like, I know you're going to say plumbing and electrician stuff and carpentry. I'm sorry, Vogue. I could build us a beautiful deck out the back.
We do. I was looking at that deck. That's going to have to get changed.
If I had the skills.
I'll tell you what, the deck isn't getting changed this year if I've got to change the heat pump.
Well, our bills are still astronomical. Like, to the point that the electricity company has, like, taken pity on and given us more discount because he's just
that was nice of them. That was nice.
He was like, this is not normal. This is really not normal. Anytime you use your heat, it's like insane. We, for 3
Amber,
months.
I'm sorting it out. Let's just leave it.
For 3 months, Imo, right? For 3 months, we used more than double electricity. This is how big our bill was. Double what your average household uses in a year.
How?
More than double. Because
our heating's broken. We've got a man coming to put in a new one. But you know what? Don't you dare complain. I'll have to pay for that. And you can. I hope you catch your toe on all those splinters on the decking because you've got to live with it for another year.
Fuck off. Okay, if you no longer had to sleep, how would you spend those 8 hours?
Reading, relaxing. That would be my time of, like, reading, relaxing and watching stuff because I don't do that enough. And I nearly was a sly little cow today, and I was going to tell Spenny I had work in Dublin. So I could stay at home here and do nothing. Like, I would have taken myself for a walk. I would have gotten a Cajun chicken roll and just chilled in bed. Because my friend did that last week. She pretended she had work and she just stayed in town shopping on her own.
Mine would be, I would definitely try and upskill. So you'd obviously better yourself in some ways. I'd maybe start cooking. That's cooking.
Okay, we've got to move on. We're moving on to Agony Am. We're going to finish on that. Sorry, everybody. Some of us have to go to the airport. Okay, this Agony Am. Okay, are you prepared? Vogue and Amber and Emma, I heard you calling out for ghost stories. I've got the freakiest of all time. I swear my old house was haunted. About 4 years ago, when my kids were 6 and 10, I walked into the kitchen one day and they were both drawing this weird, creepy looking stick man, totally faceless, just a figure with his arms stuck straight out to the side with long fingers, wearing a black hat. They were both drawing the same weird guy, so I was like, who's that? They said, it's the man who visits us at night.
Absolutely not. No,
I seen him outside your room last night before you got home.
Shut up, Vogue!
I was obviously like, what the hell? And they basically went on to say he stands outside their bedroom door staring at them. And if the door is shut, he puts his face to the window.
Oh my God.
Freaked the fuck out and set up the CCTV in the corridor. Never caught anything, but then it started going dead at around 2 a.m. for 3 or 4 hours each night. Never been so scared.
That's giving me the
surreal.
chills.
I have, and I did see him outside your room last night.
Folks, shut up! Me not like.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening. We think that you're brilliant and we really appreciate it. And please keep sending your emails and your agony yams and all those things, am I the assholes, into Vogue and Amber Pod at global.com.
Thank you. Bye bye.